Greetings, everyone. I am here with Fritz, my cat, to watch the 5th episode of the Wheel of Time TV series. I am going to attempt to record this video while watching the episode for the first time so that you get my raw reactions, and then I will edit out the parts where I'm not reacting and also potentially pause throughout the show to provide some additional commentary and or save my comments for the end. We'll kind of see which works better. So here we go, starting with the recap. Okay. All right, so some initial thoughts on this episode. It's definitely different than I thought it was going to be. In a previous prediction of what was going to happen in this episode, I thought Blood Calls Blood was going to focus a lot more on the prophecies and the Forsaken. We did get a brief mention of both of those. We saw Rand open a book in a library, and we saw the figurines of the Forsaken, and did a little tiny bit of conversation about them being sealed away at Shale Ghul. So that the episode title is a little confusing in that sense, unless they are trying to give it some kind of metaphorical spin in some other direction. This episode was really about the warder bond with the Aes Sedai primarily. We also got to see Perrin and Egwene show us their acting prowess, and they weren't the only ones. There was a ton of... My cat. There was a ton of acting in this episode. So if you have been somebody who has felt that these actors were wooden or not capable of showing a lot of range, I hope you feel a lot better about their abilities after watching this episode. This is a slowed down, emotionally impacting episode that is about how these characters are all feeling at this point in the story. If it feels a little too slow to you, I want to give you encouragement that this is a pretty typical arc in storytelling. We have the inciting incident, the rising action, the kind of mid-story climax, which was the end of episode 4 when we see that Nynaeve can channel, and there's like a little bit of a dip before what I expect is going to be a rapid climb to a very strong climax at the end of this season. I am very excited to see how the separated parties are going to reunite, which I assume is going to happen in the next episode, The Flame of Tarvalin. I'm thinking in that episode that we might see Nynaeve and Egwene put on novice dresses. We may see Nynaeve take her acceptance test. I don't think Egwene is going to take her acceptance test because she hasn't been a novice yet, but we still might see that dream from her, or it might be cut from the show. I'm not sure. We may also see them try to cleanse Matt of his connection to the dagger. I think as soon as Moiraine sees him, she's going to understand immediately that this is not channeling, that this is Shadar Logoth. I think that the corruption that is within Matt is going to recognize Aes Sedai, and so that confrontation is going to be really obvious. They might cleanse him of the taint in the next episode, and hopefully we'll also get to meet Min and hear about the Eye of the World, which will drive us to the last 2 episodes of the series and all the things that are hopefully in store for us in the Wheel of Time. So again, I know there's a lot of criticism of the show from folks who have read the books and are just really struggling to absorb the changes. I think that it's coming together. It is different. It is significantly different. This episode is almost no scenes in it that were from the books other than that part with Logain, a little bit of Nynaeve coming to Matt when he was sick, a little bit of Perrin and Egwene among the White Cloaks, but fairly different overall from what book readers were expecting. But that does not mean that the show is bad. I understand the complaints from people who say, the book was so great, why can't they just copy it exactly like it was in the books? And frankly, that's just not possible. I might have to do a whole video review on why, but it's just not possible to show all of the internals and narrative described information that is how information gets conveyed in the books in a visual medium and have it land well. People would be bored or they wouldn't understand. It would just feel like a lot of exposition, a lot of tell me what's important versus show me. It's very important that you show the conflicts and that you show the world building and that you show the character development. And I think that that's what they're trying to do. And they are trying to do it for an audience that is just not as familiar with the story as people who have read, 14 700 plus page books. This episode was not as, oh my god, amazing, as the previous episode, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the acting that was shown in it. I enjoyed a lot of the development that we got of the characters in the world and a lot of the relationships and how these various characters are interacting with each other. I think a lot of that was good. And there were some exciting moments. We saw Perrin's connection with the wolves, not as intricately as I was expecting, but I think they're trying to build up to that. I'm not sure where they're going to take it with so little of the season to go, but I'm glad that they showed it, and I'm hoping we're going to get a little more from that in subsequent episodes. And I think that Egwene's character was really developed in this episode, more so really than Perrin's, which was a surprise for me, but not a bad surprise. So, overall, I am really enjoying this show. I think it is, a strong 7, maybe a low 8, and I'm hoping by the end of the series, when we have some of the climactic scenes that I'm hoping are coming at the end, that my estimation of it will rise even further. So again, I am very excited about the Wheel of Time series. I've waited so long to see these scenes shown in a visual way, and I am just excited. I am thinking past The Eye of the World. The Eye of the World is kind of a mediocre book. No offense to people who really, really like that one among the series. It's not bad, but it is not the best book that Robert Jordan wrote. I am seeing the potential in all of the actors that are portraying these characters in this version of the show, and I am just thinking ahead about all of the scenes that I know are going to make it into the story if we get more seasons. So please give it a chance. Please try to understand why they're making the changes that they are. And hello again, Kat. Please just give it a chance. It is a fun show, and I think that it's going to do really well because I know how much more intricate this show gets, and I couldn't be more pleased just ruminating on all the different things that I think they're going to do. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, please like, please comment. I was so thrilled when my review of episode 4 took off, and I don't know how to recreate that, but I would really like to do more of these. So please, if you're enjoying them, let me know what you like, let me know what you dislike. My whole approach is to take a measured view of how this adaptation is taking place. I am a huge fan of the books, but that does not mean that I think that they are infallible or flawless. I think there are a lot of flaws in the book series and a lot of missed opportunities. What I am really excited about is what the TV show can bring to the story in a new way. So I am really optimistic and really happy overall, and I am just hoping that more and more people watch The Wheel of Time. So anything that can get that to happen is a plus in my book. Again, please comment, please like, please subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see from me next. Thank you.